I know what I'm about to say is one of the most cliche sayings out there, but music is the universal language of mankind. Music has been around for as long as cavemen beating sticks on walls, surviving onto this day with computer-generated sounds and pop music, showcasing Justin Bieber that has been cried out by many enthusiasts as the death of music. Music and visual mediums are undoubtedly an asset as they serve to enhance the mood of the scene. Gearing specifically towards anime, while many fans of anime will not go out of their way to watch a show just for the music, an anime with a memorable soundtrack leaves something behind. What I mean is that when finishing an anime, the soundtrack is your most convenient option to revisit the anime. Listening to the soundtrack allows you to revisit scenes and even create scenes of your own in a similar context. It's like the memento you have of the anime, and personally, music in anime is important to me, and it is kind of disappointing to see that anime soundtracks aren't appreciated that much. In this video, I will be counting down the top 10 anime soundtrack composers based on these factors. There are really no limitations, and don't worry, there are no spoilers in this video. Let's get started. Starting on the list of this countdown is Toshio Masuda. Born on October 28, 1959, Masuda made his debut for the soundtrack of Fatal Fury Legend of the Hungry Wolf. His works featured traditional Japanese instrumentation mixed with MIDI, synthesizers, piano, orchestra, and rock. Masuda made his breakthrough in 2002 with his work on Naruto, where he made great use of these attributes, an experience I can describe as one of the most diverse sounding soundtracks to ever feature in anime. In one specific song, Masuda mixed Bach's Toccata Fugue in D minor, aka the Dracula theme, with the flute, the shamisen, and some chanting, making the feeling of Orochimaru approaching you feel even oddly more creepier. Another one of Naruto's soundtracks, Sadness and Sorrow, gained widespread popularity, constantly featuring itself as the saddest anime song ever on YouTube that fueled the massive plethora of violin, flute, and piano covers in the anime section on YouTube during its days that makes me look back and feel embarrassing nostalgia for participating in the covers. Nevertheless, Masuda's Naruto soundtrack was his best, helping set pace for all the fights and action and displaying the amazing babies that can be produced with the fusion of modern-day sounds and traditional Japanese instrumentation. As for Japanese instrumentation under Masuda's jurisdiction, Mushishi's OST blends into the premise and the atmosphere of the show so well that its synthesis can be comparable to that of Cowboy Bebop's. The mysticism of Mushishi accompanies the music, and the music accompanies the mysticism of Mushishi. The soundtrack is simply relaxing and ambient-like, starring light percussion instruments like bells and chimes and various synthesized sounds. Masuda would also work on Ghost Hunt in 2006, where he creates a more modern-esque soundtrack. The music served to amplify the mood of the show, and it was undoubtedly the most important part of the series. The sound of the music itself and the creepy mood of the series raises goosebumps as it immerses you in the paranormal occurrences throughout the show. Some of other Masuda's soundtrack includes Excel Saga, Mahochromatic, and Kami-sama Kiss. Toshio Masuda is a relatively low-key composer, but he shines in establishing atmosphere with his soundtracks, earning his spot at number 10. Key anime has been known for its formulaic storytelling and emotional manipulation BS that constantly makes me question the merit that Air Cannon and Cloud have in the eyes of its fanbase. But that discussion will be left for another video in the future. Regardless, the music of key sound labels, specifically targeting John Maeda, has greatly impacted audiences, often leaving them out of tissue boxes every episode starting at the last quarter of every one of Key's anime adapted works. Maeda is known for his main themes that are constantly used throughout shows, but his musical repertoire also extends to collaborating, opening, and ending songs with names like Leah. John Maeda was born on January 3, 1975. Maeda began writing for his school newspapers in elementary school and later beginning to compose music in high school with the goal of becoming a video game composer. Maeda graduated from Chukyo University with a major in psychology. Later on, Maeda worked at Tactics, a video game company where he did scenario writing and contributed to some music. In 1999, Maeda left Tactics to form Key, where he would spend the next decade of his life creating and composing music for his most famous works including Canon, Air, Clownide, Angel Beats, and Little Busters. Maeda's most well-known song, Nagisa's theme from Clownide, would serve as a foundation song for the series, in which almost every song features the theme, even including the ending song, Dango Daisaku. Oh, and also League of Legends.
You are my favorite champion. I used to walk you and watch you shoot darts out of your pew-pew.
Piano and MIDI synthesizers are key instruments to Maeda's soundtracks. His style of composing is sad and heartfelt, but he has proven that he can compose energetic and pump-filling action songs as seen in the Angel Beats soundtrack. Maeda's scores are simple but elegant. They leave a feeling of longingness, but at the same time, some happiness. Maeda has a talent for sentimental music, and it is where he shines. A search through YouTube under the keywords sad anime music will show at least a quarter of every video contains music from Jun Maeda. Many of Maeda's songs have won the hearts of fans and audiences, earning his spot at number 9. Probably the weirdest anime composer out there, Susumu Hirasawa is a flamboyant musician with focus on electronic music and progressive rock. And it was 2007 when Hirasawa won the Best Music Award at the Tokyo Anime Award Festival with his score on Paprika. Hirasawa was born on April 2, 1954 and attended Tokyo Designer Gakuen College, where he began his career performing in his first band Mandrake, a progressive rock group influenced by King Crimson and Yes. In 1979, Hirasawa formed P Model, a band featuring members with the same last names as the band members in K-On! For the next decade, they released albums until Hirasawa broke off to release solo works until reforming P Model again in 1992. Hirasawa later left P Model again, forming Kaku P Model, where he continued to work solo. In case you couldn't tell from the music that's been playing in the background, Susumu Hirasawa is weird. His music consists of weird singing, weird MIDI synthesizer, and weird electronic, but it is clear that his music purely represents everything artistic about himself. He is on the edge of the musical world, continuing to push the boundaries of music, resulting in one of the most surreal experiences anime music has to offer. Only one anime director truly knows how to put you to this piece of art, and his name is Satoshi Kon. Satoshi Kon was a fan of Hirasawa, including various references to Hirasawa in his film Perfect Blue, and also helped Hirasawa with P Model. Kon and Hirasawa established a partnership that fuses so well that it rivals that of Miyazaki and Hisaishi. During the partnership, Hirasawa did scores for Millennium Actress, Paranoia Agent, and Paprika. Hirasawa also returned to the Berserk soundtracks, composing the opening theme for the Golden Age trilogy. Being a musician comes first, and being a composer comes second. Hirasawa is an artist who will not just compose scores for just the anime or just the film. Hirasawa works when he wants and when it's natural. He is in every sense an artist at heart and in essence, earning his spot at number 8. A search through YouTube under the words epic anime music will surely contain at least one work from Hiroyuki Sawano. Sawano has been on the rise as one of the greatest young talents in anime soundtracks during this decade, with studios trying to sign him up for their next action-packed show. Heck, every season, as I browse through shows, his name on a series is a guaranteed watch for me. Sawano's epic soundtracks have earned his spot as one of my most favorite individuals in the anime industry. Hiroyuki Sawano was born on September 12, 1980 in Tokyo, where he began playing piano. At age 17, Sawano studied composition, arrangement, orchestration, and piano, later composing for Japanese dramas and films. Sawano landed his first anime soundtrack for Soul Link in 2006. Sawano composed the soundtrack for Zombie Alone, where he would begin his style for big, grandiose, and epic music. Sawano continued the style in Sengoku Basara, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, and Blue Exorcist, where he would also begin incorporating Mika Kobayashi's vocals into his soundtracks. And finally in 2011, Sawano made his biggest hit with the Guilty Crown OST. Hiroyuki Sawano would later go on to work on the scores for the shows that would take the anime community by storm, Attack on Titan and Kill la Kill. In 2014, Sawano went on to score Ao Noa Zero, a show featuring one of the best cast of great anime industry talents of this generation. Sawano's discography is nothing to be underestimated, as he has built himself to be one of the finest anime composers of this decade. Hiroyuki Sawano's instrumentation consists of heavy percussion, rock, electronic, orchestra, piano, epic choir music, and oh my god, Mika Kobayashi's vocals.
Don't lose your way, your mind free to be.
A majority of Sawano's songs are loud, over the top, and in your face. They hide absolutely nothing, shouting epicness, and Mika Kobayashi's vocals serve to further enhance this feeling, even if it sounds like her lyrics are paying homage to Rebecca Black's Friday.
I say cry,
I would also like to boldly say that Hiroyuki Sawano is the Hans Zimmer of anime. Sawano's usage of orchestra and percussion really provides the big Hollywood sound into anime, showcasing grand crescendos that provides for some of the most heart-pounding tremendous experiences. Hiroyuki Sawano may be my most favorite anime composer out there, but why rank him at number 7? And to answer that question, Sawano is right now probably the best anime composer at the moment. He only started composing for anime in 2006, and thus he has not composed long enough. He has been consistent with his scores, but will he stay consistent for the next 2 decades? Furthermore, Sawano has only truly excelled in epic music. His sentimental music, featuring mainly piano, are really not special and feel forgettable. When hearing them in anime or just listening to them stand alone, the songs just feel typical, offering nothing new to the table. Nevertheless, Sawano has shown that he is a rising star in the anime industry and has the limitless potential to climb to the top of this list. As for now, Hiroyuki Sawano belongs at number 7 in this countdown.
You can change yourself if you